big this leaf is.
One of the things that I feel like is not talked about enough is how uncomfortable it is to make a decision that is right for you, but you still care about the people involved. I think that probably comes back to wanting to make it right for everyone else. I think being used to falling into the more people-pleasing role, when you make a decision, you think about everyone else first and you think about yourself last. Going through a breakup really forces you to start thinking about yourself first, because there's no one else that does it for you. If you don't do it, you're just gonna be stuck in that constant loop of pain and sadness and not being able to move forward. And no matter how much love you have for a person, I think you need to do whatever you need. And I'm so used to letting other people make decisions for me and take responsibility for me, because I don't want to inconvenience people with doing that myself, make decisions myself. I'm afraid to inconvenience people. I'm afraid to hurt people. I'm afraid to push people away. I really struggle with setting boundaries, and I feel like most people that have a similar mindset, or even used to be very much people pleasing, it's hard to start putting yourself first. It took me losing someone so important in my life to now finally see that I have to put myself first, and it is my responsibility to do the things that will make me feel good long term, because there are a lot of things right now that might make me feel good short term, and that might come from things that I haven't healed yet, fears and attachments that I haven't healed yet, that I think would make me feel better, but then after they actually wouldn't. I'm scared to be selfish, and I think that's exactly why I need to do it. Everyone else out there is doing it too, and if you don't start doing it, you're gonna get taken advantage of, you not even maliciously by people, but if you don't stand up for yourself, no one else will. This is my life, and if I don't make decisions for myself and do what's best for me, how am I supposed to live the life that I want to live? How am I supposed to achieve the things that I want to achieve? How am I supposed to attract the people that I want to attract into my life if I don't fully embody that person, or if I don't fully embody myself? The more you make decisions for yourself and take responsibility for it and for your life, the more I believe that you will attract the right people into your life and the right situations that are really aligned with what you want, because you decided to set boundaries and you decided to choose yourself first. You can't control how someone is going to react to you deciding something for yourself, or you setting a boundary for yourself. So learning to be okay with what other people choose to do in their lives is really important. And I think it feels scary because we naturally want to feel in control of our lives, and I think that also includes the people that we have around us. But you're gonna live such a peaceful life once you just accept that people are making their own decisions, and your job is to make your decision. And if you're scared that they're gonna react badly, and that's why you're not making a decision that you need to make for yourself, then there's a deeper thing that you need to confront. Yeah, I'm saying all these things not from a place of I'm already embodying that, but I'm actually seeing how much I need to lean into it. So that's why I wanted to share it. Breakups is such a confusing thing to go through. One of the hardest things right now for me is how much time there is in a day. When you're with your partner, you don't notice
how much time goes by but just being together. I have like a really good morning routine and I wake up feeling very positive and I really love that. Going to a cafe in the morning to work, I feel that makes me really productive, and go outside and go for a walk. And then I've really been struggling with like the afternoons here, because those are like the moments where I feel less productive, or I'm just like, I get like a moment to sit down after I've done my whole morning and I come back home and I've had lunch. And then I'm kind of just like here in this apartment. And then it hits me that I'm like alone. And I have friends that I can call. But I feel like it's also hard to... I think it's also a thing that is like hard for me, is feeling like I'm a burden to people, even my friends. And it's been like a month that I've been talking about the same feelings, I guess, in like the same situation. And I know that my friends love me. They're not going to abandon me because I'm going through this right now. And if one of my friends would be going through the same situation, I wouldn't care how many times they want to talk about it, but it still feels hard to continue reaching out. And I really miss being able to see my friends in person. I really love eating with people too, so that's something I'm really missing. But I know this is all part of it, and I know that it's not gonna stay like this forever, even though right now it feels like this is never going to go away. And it's just really hard to stop chasing a fantasy, or stop chasing a story that you're making up in your mind to make it hurt less. When you really look at it and you really try to be honest and see what the actual reality is, that just hits so much, and it hurts. It hurts so much that this is the reality. I think learning to really sit with this sadness and this pain, and not keeping myself in it, but still sitting with it and making space for it, and being okay to cry and to feel alone, and like let it out so it's not building up. I think that's really important. I think it's really easy to try to distract yourself the whole time with like work or being around people. Or I think one of the things that I definitely like have been going very deep into is like self-growth, and what can I learn from this, and kind of like understanding my relationship patterns and detachment and healing. And I think it's good that I like that those are kind of the things that I'm using to distract myself, but then at the same time I can't always distract myself, because the distraction in the end is a distraction, and it can be a tool to move forwards, but it can also hold you back when you don't allow yourself to feel your emotions. I really believe that we need to feel our emotions. I can't keep living in the past. I can't keep living in wishful thinking or fantasy. I'm just sad right now, and that's okay. And in 2 hours, I probably feel okay again. And that's just my days right now. Like, it's a constant up and down. I just had to think about what I said in my last video at the end. I was feeling so good. I think I said that life isn't that serious. It's not really that serious. Going out with 2 girls I met today. And I'm so excited.
really feel like I'm in the season of discovering how important the people that you have around you are, and how much that can make a place feel nice to live in or feel like home. I always kind of knew that the people were like the most important part of it, but yeah, I feel like I'm really starting to see friendships, especially female friendships, for like I'm starting to put them a lot higher on my priority list. I'm honestly really happy about this because I have been feeling this need for more women in like my friendship group, but then also just in my life. I want to have more creative people around me in general. I've really been craving being able to connect with people on a deeper level, meeting them more than just once or twice. And when we were traveling full time and we were traveling so fast, it becomes really surface level because there's just no time to go into that like often. Or like I feel like friendships really flourish from seeing each other in person. Like obviously I'm friends with people that I don't see in person a lot, but with most of them I've had that kind of like living together experience, which really bonded us and makes it possible to like have a friendship now, even though we're so far apart. But I've been really just like craving having a group of women who I can talk about like work and creative ideas, and who I can co-work with and go out and film stuff with. And I feel like I'm trying to really put myself out there and reach out to people. And even like you just have to meet one person and then you meet other people through that one person. So just putting yourself out there and reaching out has already put me into positions where I've met so many amazing women. Like tonight, it just happened because I reached out to one girl and she introduced me to her friends, and it was like really lovely, and they're all such creative people, and it's just really nice to be around them. Like I feel like I can be myself. I'm so used to being in a relationship since I was like 15, and I've always put so much importance and focus on romantic love that I do think I have sacrificed a lot of friendship love in the past. Whereas now I'm like really seeing how important it is to have your friends and to have your people around you and have a community. All these things are kind of like playing into me wanting to find a place where I can live and stay longer, to really be able to build that circle of people that I can meet up with in real life and hang out with in real life. Even just like being able to be hugged by someone. I miss that when I feel sad. Like I miss my close friends hugging me. Dropped my Olympus yesterday and it's broken. These cameras are you have to be so careful with them, and it literally just slipped out of my hand as it was rewinding the film. So now at least I got to recover the film, which is good, but I'll have to go to a camera store and ask how much it would be to repair it, and if it would be more than I paid for the camera, I'll have to get a new one. But I'm so sad because I love that camera so much and I just got it this March and now it's just broken. Oh. But it's sunny, which is great, and I'm actually going to Utrecht now. So going to see
some more parts of the area around Amsterdam. I'm actually really excited to go there. It's my first time out of the city. But today is a beautiful day. It's so warm. I got a new jacket. Oh. And yeah, I had a really good day so far. I feel very happy, and I do think that the sun definitely contributes a lot to how I feel. It's just so beautiful.
It's a very young city.
But maybe later. Look how big this leaf is. It's as big as my head.
It's so crazy how your brain can make you feel like certain situations are like the height of what you will experience in your entire life, and like it makes you feel like it can never be as good anymore. That was it. But when I look at my whole life so far, every time I felt like that, even better things have happened. And I think now it feels so big because the jump from the last time a big disruption in my life happened to the past 2 to 3 years felt so big that now it feels even more like, how can this get even better? But I truly believe that my purpose in my life on this planet, whatever, is to love people very, very deeply. And the only thing that's stopping me from being able to express it is external limitations or beliefs that I've built around it that are coming from past triggers in my life or my childhood or whatever. Being able to love very deeply also means that you can suffer very deeply and you can grieve very deeply, because love and grief kind of like go hand in hand in a way. And the amount of pain that you're feeling is very much a sign of the amount of love that you felt before. When things are good, everything feels like wanting that feeling to last forever, and not, obviously you're not thinking about potentially this feeling will go away, especially when it's love. In the end, things happen and people change, and losing people always sucks. And I've lost people in my family, I've lost friends, I've lost relationships. It all hurts a lot. And I just really believe that we as humans were not made to be by ourselves. I do think it's important to be okay on your own in those transitional periods of where there's maybe like no one around, but I don't think that we were meant to not be with someone and to not share life with someone. You can also love people from afar, and sometimes letting people go is loving them unconditionally. It also shows you how to love yourself in those moments. I think there's this saying that people can only meet you at that level where they have met themselves. And I think it's the same with love, that people can only love you to the level that they love themselves. People have different priorities in life, and I think you just have to accept people's priorities. And that is a form of love, just accepting. Being able to love someone, let them do what they need to do, but still protecting your own peace and still having your boundaries is so uncomfortable, because I think how I grew up, there were no boundaries. It was like, if you love someone, you sacrifice yourself for it. You sacrifice everything that you want, what you need. But I don't think that that is healthy love. I know that it's not healthy love, but that's how I grew up and that's how my brain was conditioned. And I didn't even see those things until now. And it took me to lose a lot of people in my life that I've loved very, very much. To now get to a point where I'm like, okay, this is accumulated over the past 10 years. I really want to learn how to just accept what people are choosing and still feel safe within myself and still feel okay with my life and don't feel like my life is ending because someone chooses to go into a different direction or chooses not to have me in it. Then that is their choice. And doesn't reflect my value or my worth. But in the past or so far, it's always been connected for me of like, I'm not getting chosen. That means I don't have value or I'm not good enough. Or even like now when I'm spiraling, it's always this way of what if this or that happens, and it's always looking at someone else's perspective. Like it's always looking at the other person's perspective of what if they are so happy without me, what if everything works out for them, what if they get super successful, what if they find like someone new or whatever. But then today I was like spiraling, and then I was like, what if I use all these what ifs and put them on me? Like what if I get really happy? And what if I become really successful with what I do? And what if I achieve all the things that I want to achieve? And what if I find someone who can meet me on that level? And what if I find someone that I don't have to question things with? Like what if I am surrounded by great people and friends? And what if I feel so loved? Like if I'm thinking about all these potential things, then I might as well think about them for myself. The only real control I have and the only real responsibility I have is for my own life. And I think all of these other thoughts are just distractions from taking responsibility for myself.
Oh, this is cute. Okay, let me. I think I'm blinked. Cute. Maybe that was it.
I think one of the hardest things to accept when you're going through a lot of change is that you will have moments where you will feel so good about it and like everything is working out and it's exactly how it's supposed to be. At the same time, you have like the smallest things can push you out of that again and like can make you doubt yourself again and doubt your decisions and how things have turned out. And you can be like, oh, what if this was the wrong decision, or what if I will regret this choice. But I do think that that's just fear. Like oftentimes our doubts are fear that is just disguised as questioning yourself and your choices. And the way that actual change happens and takes place is not feeling those things anymore and not doubting yourself. Like it's normal to doubt yourself. It's about how you react in those moments. And I still have a lot of moments triggered by like the smallest things where I'm like, oh, I feel really unsafe again. And I like want to go back to how my life used to be. I'm just like scared of my future. In those moments now, I can really kind of like see that as a fear and as a thought that is not really defining me. And experiencing FOMO, especially through social media and having a lot of friends that are very active on social media, that's something I've been like struggling with. But then I'm like, I'm not missing out on life. Like I have my life here and I'm experiencing life and there's people in my life and there's like purpose in what I'm doing here right now. And I don't think you can actually miss out on what's meant for you. You are where you are and
the only thing you can really do is make the best of it. If you feel like you're missing out on something, it's not going to change you not being there. It's not going to change the position that you're in. It's not going to change anything. It's only going to make you feel bad. I think that's when life becomes misaligned or hard. So I think it's just giving yourself a bit more grace with where you're at. You're still you, even in moments where you're unsure. I think that's how you really, really change.